What's going on, guys? Picsoleated here, back at it again with another review. Today we are looking at the Adidas Day 1 Ultraboost. Now, it's been a while since these released, and honestly I thought they were really unique and out there for an Ultraboost. Still do. These don't look much like an Ultraboost aside from the familiar boost midsole. There's just so much about these that makes me go, wow. These are wacky as fuck. And I don't mean that in a bad way. There is actually tons I like about this sneaker, but we'll get into that in a bit. So, story about how I got these. I didn't actually get these. I don't own a pair of Adidas ADO or Day 1 Ultraboost, and what you're seeing right now in the camera is a figment of your imagination. Just kidding, but I really didn't get a pair of these. My friend was gracious enough to let me borrow his pair. See fellas, that's what friends are for, letting you abuse their sneakers and return them in battered fashion. Just kidding, if you're a friend of mine and see this, I promise I'll jump lightly if you let me borrow your sneakers. Thank you for my friend who let me borrow them. If you see this, you know who you are, thank you again. He also let me unds them, which I think is totally awesome. Now before I get started, I made a little Instagram story about when I got these in hand and posted on my Instagram. Check it out. If you want to see more content like this or just some dope sneaker photos, I take a lot of those. Go ahead and follow my Instagram. It's at Illumihan1. That's at ILLUMIHAN1. On to the review. Adidas has released a Day 1 collection in the past that included their variation of the Pure Boost ZG Prime Knit, and a lot of the design looks awfully similar. I personally like the Ultraboost better, but it's really a very similar design. I thought it'd be important to mention. Seems like Adidas is going to continue releasing a Day 1 collection with apparel and sneakers on a regular basis, maybe every season or every other season. Adidas Day 1 releases are considered Consortium releases, which is somewhat unorthodox to me because if you have been following Adidas Consortium releases for a while, you know Consortium releases often refer to collaboration drops between Adidas and stores with Consortium tier Adidas accounts such as Sneakers and Stuff, Kith, Livestock, Haven. It's not common, but there are times when Adidas releases Consortium labeled products that are not collaborations with these stores, and Day 1 releases happen to fit into that very rare and unique category. For what reason, I don't know. It might just be marketing, but it definitely works. Adidas specifically has a Day 1 division somewhere up in their offices that come up with these designs every time they need to release a collection. They literally have a handful of people just sketching and prototyping for the 1 or 2 Day 1 branded collections that release every year. They're tasked with taking the technical advancements the brand has to offer and crafting it into lifestyle focused products, and in that regard I think they're doing pretty well. The sneakers definitely represent a few current trends in lifestyle and fashion, but we'll get into that in a bit. On to the sneakers. These sneakers released on May 10th, I believe, of this year, which is 2017, which is a little over a month ago. As mentioned earlier, they released alongside a slew of apparel. A lot of this collection is always draped in the same colorways. You'll always see a mix of earthy tones like sand, olive, dark green, tan, and is usually mixed with black and white. These are pretty much the go-to tones for a safe bet. In other words, if you want to sell out something ASAP, these are the colors that you essentially can't go wrong with at the moment. Personally, I'm not a big fan of olive, but there are instances in which it works for me. Fortunately, these sneakers are more tan and black than anything. Sort of gives a desert vibe. I've been to the Middle East before, and I'll be the first to say that these definitely remind me of that and would be perfect to wear there as well. Might catch me taking a trip just to ride some dune buggies in these. Kidding, let's not forget these aren't mine. Control yourself, Pix. Onto the materials. This sneaker is primarily constructed of a prime knit upper. We see the forefoot area with a predominantly black cross-stitched prime knit with a clear brown prime knit underlay, a little section on the toe where the pattern is reversed. We have these 3 diagonal white stripes screen printed onto the medial side of the toe box, similar to what you see on the Uncaged Ultraboost. We then have this unique lace cage encasing that is made of some sort of tough rubberized material. You can tell it's not going to break or wear easy. It was even hard for me to replace the laces in there because it's so rugged, or it might just be the positioning for the laces, but either way it's very tough. And it holds the clear brown black speckled rope laces that come with the shoe. Y'all know I love rope laces. The shoe also comes with a secondary pair of rope laces that are clear brown and white. Usually my favorite part of the shoe. I always appreciate when a company decides to provide a secondary pair of laces for your customizability needs. It just shows me that they care about me very deeply and thoroughly. Hashtag thank you, Adidas. We then have this clear brown elastic strap underneath the lace cage going from one side of the shoe to the other, possibly what is considered part of the shoe's adaptive support. When I first saw this strap, I thought it was going to help provide a snug, hugging fit over my foot, but after wearing it, I don't really think it does that. It doesn't have that hug and support that I was hoping for, but it may not be the worst thing on planet Earth. It gives the shoe a more casual fit, which is sort of what the whole point of the Day 1 collection is, to take performance wear and make it more lifestyle friendly. So in essence, it's accomplishing the goal they set out for. It's just something I was hoping would work better when it came to a snug fit. We then have the back half of the shoe that has the same cross-stitch prime knit pattern as the front, but this time the clear brown prime knit is on top, underlaid with the black prime knit. We have these TPU panels on either side of the heel that actually have a lot of flex and aren't super rigid. You can see how easy it is to move and flex. Once again, less support than I expected, but it goes with the design language of the shoe. To be honest, if they were pretty stiff, they would probably dig into the side of your feet. We have two suede patches, one wrapped around the tongue, the other wrapped around the heel, with this metal ring on the heel that has some sort of code on it along with the word running. We then have this super loose ankle opening, kind of reminds me of my Livestock Pure Boost ZG as well. Not much support here. There is a little bit of padding on the inside back of the heel, but truthfully it really doesn't do much. It would have been nice for them to include more padding or at least make the opening a little more snug like the typical Ultra Boost. I get this is a casual shoe, but how much casual is too casual? I like a proper fitting shoe, y'all. Something supportive, unlike a baby daddy. Maybe I'm just picky. Y'all know I had to throw in the hype beast lacing. The insoles are standard removable Ultra Boost insoles with Day 1 text and branding on them. Finally, we have the standard Ultra Boost midsole with black continental traction and a clear brown torsion bar. Overall, I think they did a good job with the look of this sneaker. Sure, it looks a lot like their Pure Boost ZG that they released in last year's fall collection, but that one was predominantly olive and this sneaker is predominantly clear brown or tan, which I prefer a lot more to the olive. The comfort is there. We have the standard Boost midsole as previously mentioned, but personally I'm not a fan of how casual they really made this sneaker. The elastic band support was a little underwhelming for me, but I can live with it. What I can't live with is how loose they made the ankle opening, as if I haven't expressed that enough already. These actually look really dope though with the right fit. They have a rugged contemporary look and I appreciate that. Feeling like a walking sand dune up in this bit. My outfit is of course my published brand joggers. They're a solid dark green, not exactly olive, which is why I like them so much. Stance camo socks, and I'm wearing a Gap X John Elliott double layer sand tee. These would look good with any sort of earth tone color pants in my opinion, so anything from olive to sand to even black, so you have a lot of shades to play with. You shady bit. Just playing. With that being said, that's the end of my review for these sneakers. If you took anything from the video, please hit that like button. I think this shoe is very nice aesthetically, could have done better with the fit. I want to know what you guys think about these, and please subscribe for more juicy content. Catch you later. Picsoleated, out.